grass is always green, the lies are squeaky clean. I am the new model, I am the new model. The new model. The new model.
You're all very welcome to this week's edition of Miss Bikini Ireland.
It may be the last show of the series, but there's still plenty of time to talk to the judges about their highlights.
So off all the contestants went out onto a main street in Dublin, Harcourt Street, and stopped traffic. And one poor man fell off his bicycle. It was absolutely hilarious, and fair play to the contestants for going out in that horrible cold weather that day.
And on tonight's show, I'll be chatting with the ultimate winner of Miss Bikini Ireland, Miss Rebecca Hanley.
All this and more on tonight's model search, Miss Bikini Ireland. Well, the judges have scattered to every corner of Ireland. However, there were some questions we wanted to put to the judges. What were their highlights? What was so special about Rebecca? So what did we do? We hit the road in search of answers, starting with Martin Byrne.
So that's it, we have a show, and with every show there's a winner. So our winner is really, really strong, but before we talk too much about the winners, let's talk about some of the three-legged horses. Okay, we know it's not a horse show, but thanks to that, all right? But some of them actually, they belong in a horse show, let's face it. You know, I love judging this show because you never know what comedians are going to show up, you know? It's like opening your door to the pizza man, you don't know what to expect or what, you know, if you got your order right. I think in this situation they got the order completely wrong. And they don't reference me on this being a Chinese takeaway either, but realistically, you know, the girls are showing up without bikinis. It's a bikini competition, I'm sorry, come on. Like, we're at this point, I get it, it's great crack, but there's a show, you know? There's people with, you know, braces that are not going to be all over the New York Fashion Week, you know, top 10. There's people with no teeth at all. There's people that are showing up with fucking, you know, purple rainbow hair. You know, on what stage did you wake up in the morning and think this is what, you know, Miss Bikini Ireland needs? It's not. It's irrelevant, you know, but it's absolutely not. If you got a good kick out of the show, then brilliant. But there's people that are actually going to use this as a platform. Some of those were the likes of Hannah. I thought Hannah was quite strong. She came across really well on the camera. She's confident, she knows how to speak, and she's a good representative. Off the camera as well, I spoke to her, and she's pretty much the same. So that indicates that she's a real person. Another one was Anna. I think Anna was quite strong. She got a lot of controversy over the photo shoot, and I think she handled it really well. And that's what we're looking for, somebody that can take the 5% negative and turn it into positive, because there's always going to be negative. Anytime you do any media, there's going to be critics, there's going to be people that are there waiting to take you out, and you have to be ready for them. You have to look soft and subtle in front of the camera and then attack mode as soon as that negativity comes on, but you have to know how to react and respond to them. And I think Hannah was one of those, Anna was one of those, and of course the winner Rebecca was also one of those as well. And I've no doubt in my mind that they're going to do really, really well. I think it was absolutely amazing. The interviews were probably my favourite highlight. The question I think that really struck me and the responses to was the Christmas tree question, where, you know, what would you like to find under your tree in the morning? I think, you know, the answers were food and cats. I think they were so innocent, and I loved them. You know, I love that. I love real people. Apart from the interviews, I really, really liked the banter with the judges as well. And the chemistry, the reactions, the anger, you know, it was all part of the show. Myself and Greg get on really, really well. I think he's really easy to wind up. You know, I love winding him up. He's just, you know, he's so in depth with the whole thing that he gets easily distracted as well. I think Judy's great for banter. She's also she's very intimate with the whole competition. You know, she's a good mixture of chemistry between the judges and the contestants as well. She's probably the one that can relate most to some of the girls, and she kind of has an insight as to what they're like off camera as well, which is important for us. I think me and Greg, though, we just, you know, we're two peas in a pod. We get on, we enjoy the banter, but the chemistry is real, and we don't always get on. You know, there's parts where we disagree on things, but it's only for the better of the show, realistically, going forward.
So I'm pictured here in my hometown of Limerick City, where it all began for me after winning Miss Bikini Ireland 2014. It's been, I must say, it's been an absolutely amazing experience being part of the Miss Bikini Ireland TV show. I've met such an amazing group of girls, such an amazing team between photographers, makeup artists, hairstylers, all the filming crew, all the presenters. It's just been amazing. We've had such a great few weeks together, and I can't wait to do it all again next year. I felt Rebecca ticked all my boxes. I suppose, as I said in my previous interview, if you watched the show, I said I wanted a girl that had a pretty face. She has a pretty face. She has the body, bikini body. She said she loves traveling, so that was a big part of it, because I did so much traveling in my year, so many different countries. I was nearly on a plane every week. So she said she loved traveling. She wanted to be a model. She wanted to be in the press. I was in a lot of press. She seemed really, really determined that she really, really wanted it. And she seemed like she was a really genuine girl, that she'd be easy to work with for the organisation, and that I get along with her as well, and that we could work together and just to improve the model search in any way we could. My advice to Rebecca would be stay doing what she's doing. Keep up eating healthy. I suppose the philosophy of Swimsuit USA is beautiful women living a healthy lifestyle. So keep it up with her diet, her healthy eating, to get lots of sleep. Just to remember, it's going to be such a hectic year. She's going to be invited to so many events. I suppose I was invited to New York Fashion Week, Cannes Film Festival, Monaco Grand Prix, Wimbledon. It was a roller coaster year, an absolutely whirlwind year. I was on the papers nearly every month. That it might look like it's going to be such a lavish lifestyle, but when it comes down to it, she's going to have to pick her outfits, have her hair and makeup done. She's going to really, really have to get organised. It's going to be a really, really tough year, as well as an enjoyable year, and it's going to take a lot of hard work, dedication, and she just needs to work with the team. She needs to, I suppose, I said it to the girls nearly every week when I met them, if you win Miss Bikini Ireland, it's what you put in is what you get out of it. So as much as you put in, you get out of it. So I just want to wish her the best of luck. I'm sure she'll be great.
I think the most interesting and what I enjoyed the most was meeting the girls. The girls were obviously the whole point of the whole competition, but I loved the fact that this year, as judges, we had more opportunities to meet the girls face to face and talk to them, not only at the judges panel, at the castings where we're asking them questions. I had an opportunity to meet them in my studio at Diki House of Fashion, where I had a training prepared for them for catwalk, which was a great opportunity for me to meet them and have a look how they walk and give them some advice, so they can, they had more, you know, they were more prepared for the finals. It was great to meet the girls and meet the whole crew of TV and the judges and everything else. Well, I think all of us, all the judges, once Rebecca walked into the casting room, we all knew that she has something different from all the girls. In my opinion, she has a very good look, and you could see the whole elegance, and she really looked like she is Miss Bikini Ireland already. The way she was talking, all her answers were really good. And I really enjoyed the way she was talking to other girls, how she was reacting at events and photo shoots. She was really representing the whole organization already. And I really liked the way she was all elegant and sophisticated.
Well, actually, I had two really outstanding memories for the series. One of them was on a really horrible, typical Irish wet day in Dublin, and we had just interviewed all the contestants, and suddenly, I don't know who was the bright spark, decided that they wanted to go outside in their bikinis. So off all the contestants went out onto a main street in Dublin, Harcourt Street, and stopped traffic, and one poor man fell off his bicycle. It was absolutely hilarious, and fair play to the contestants for going out in that horrible cold weather that day. second highlight really was the finals. The finals were absolutely fantastic. The atmosphere was electric, and it was great to see all the girls got on so well together. They had really bonded with each other, which for a competition of this standard was unusual, and I'm sure they've all made friends for life. Okay, some of the contestants may not have been groomed the way I would like to them have been groomed. So for next year I would advise the contestants really to look after themselves well, to have their hair, their makeup, their nails and their tan perfect. I would also encourage them to work out, not to go on any mad diets, but to eat healthily and to really look after themselves so well. And that's what I'm looking for from next year's contestant. Okay, it was very difficult on the night. Actually, all the contestants, as I say, were outstanding. I chose Rebecca because, one, her look is very much on trend for what I was looking for as a tanning brand representative, and she has a fantastic figure. Also, she's very articulate, which is great. That obviously comes from her teaching background. As she's back now from Miss Swimsuit USA, she's now the face of Bronze Express Ireland, and she will be making appearances for me throughout the country in department stores and pharmacies nationwide, both north and south. And she will also front a campaign for National Sunless Tanning, which is to promote safe tanning.
Well, we've reached the end of this part of the show, but stay with us as we still have to meet Miss Bikini Ireland, Rebecca Hanley.
Yeah, Ireland, Rebecca. Oh my God, yeah. And I remember I actually turned to the guys from the Bikini Destination team. I was like, what? You know, like, who voted for me? I had no idea.
All this and more in this week's Model Search. Miss Bikini Ireland.
The new model.
Well, we're almost at the end of the show as Cormac is standing with his report of Miss Bikini Ireland, Rebecca Hanley. Some guys have all the luck. However, in the meantime, it's time to meet up with Miss Bikini Ireland owner Greg Ryan.
So we came to the end of season 1 of Miss Bikini Ireland Model Search, and what a year it has been. We have seen thousands of contestants, and I suppose my highlights of the year are the interview processes. Funny enough, one of the contestants had to be my favourite was Hannah, with the view of to be successful in this game, you just got to feed her. So you can see strange parts of the show when you meet people like that. Other parts of the show is just obviously meeting all the other contestants, getting to know them personally, getting to know what they like to do, why they want to be successful as a bikini model, and why they would love to represent Ireland at the World Finals. So, you know, highlights of the year also include for me is meeting the wonderful team around us, the camera crew, the hair and makeup, even down to the judges. I thought even down to the presenters, Sarah and Cormac, who did a fantastic job of presenting the show this year. I was really proud of them, and you know, it's great to look back in the whole series now and say, you know, people thought we couldn't do this, people doubted us, they said this wouldn't work, and now look at us. So, you know, that's a team effort. It's just not one person, it's a full team, and the support from the team, support from the Irish media has been amazing, and that's what keeps a ship like this floating, and definitely we're going to float for a long time. So faults for Miss Bikini Ireland this year for me would be the contestants with social media. People have to remember, to become a household name as a model or any sort of household name and as a public figure, social media is a massive, massive key factor in that, in regards to, you know, promoting yourself. We use social media, 70% of our business is based on social media. It's based on promoting the show, based on promoting the application process, based on promoting the contestants itself. So my key there is, social media is a massive key factor, and it must be taken advantage of to become a successful model. So I'm sure the Miss Bikini Ireland viewers are wondering why we picked Rebecca Hanley. Well, the answer to that really is a group decision, packed with judges, decided on one girl who would be strong enough to represent us at an international level. Rebecca went on to represent Ireland at Swimsuit USA International in Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic, and she placed 9th in the world out of 80 countries. That's 80 countries she placed 9th in the world. That was a fantastic achievement, not just for Rebecca, but for the Miss Bikini Ireland organisation and also Ireland. So overall, we made the right decision.
Well, thank you, Greg. We leave it there as we get up close and personal with the winner of Miss Bikini Ireland, Rebecca Hanley.
Just so surreal, unexpected, like, I can't believe that we're actually here. This doesn't happen to people like me. Oh, he wants the diamond.
I'm delighted to return to the same spot where I met the ultimate winner of Miss Bikini Ireland, Miss Rebecca Hanley. Rebecca, so take us through some of the highlights of the show.
I suppose filming was very different because I'd never spoken in front of a camera before. So even just doing that and going into a room in front of, 5 different people who were all waiting on your answer was obviously very challenging. But I think it was great because it actually opened up a new door into something where I went, oh, actually, I'm quite comfortable in this. It's different, but actually I felt like I kind of lit up on camera as such. So I really enjoyed those days where we were filming.
I think so. I think you really came out of your shell. Like, it seems like you've been doing this for like a few years and this is like your first kind of experience.
Definitely. It's definitely opened up something that I think, maybe I could do that. We'll see what happens. But even just being around with the girls every day and kind of, you'd end up sitting around and having a chat because obviously everyone being interviewed individually, it is time consuming. You do kind of hang around a bit. But it was lovely just getting to chat to girls and you meet so many people that you wouldn't have otherwise. So that was really interesting, just learning about people's backgrounds and having a chat. Like, I think throughout the whole process, you probably saw yourself, I was very relaxed the whole time. I was generally sitting somewhere wrapped up in a scarf, eating something if anyone was looking for me. Like, I never arrived in a dress or anything. But I think...
And for you, like, what were some of the highlights of the show? Like, what were your favourite parts and maybe your not so favourite parts?
I suppose my favourite part would have been interviewing. I like having a chat. I liked, just learning about the whole process that goes into production. So that was definitely a highlight for me. And then I suppose going out in the street in bikinis wasn't necessarily my favourite part. It is quite...
it's a bit out of place, like in a bikini in a street.
Yeah.
So
you go on holidays, I'll walk around in a bikini, no problem. But when you're in Ireland and it's September or October, people are looking at you like, what are you doing?
Like, if it was in the park here, maybe it would be as bad, but in the city centre.
Yeah, exactly. Those things, they are very fast to become hypersexualized. That's the way the media shows it, and that's just not really something that's within my own personality or within my own morals, so it is something that I would rather stay away from. So that was something that maybe wasn't so much of a highlight for me. Obviously it is a bit of an adrenaline rush after you do it and everything. It is for some people, it isn't for others, but it wasn't my favourite part anyway.
Yeah, but you kind of just go along with the group and get it done.
Yeah, you
look
go
forward
ahead.
to the main event. And the main event itself, what was that like for you? I mean, were you nervous at all, or?
No, I think they said who wants to go first, and everyone's going, no, not me, and kind of me and one of the other girls just went, oh yeah, hi, yeah, I don't mind. It doesn't bother me. Whatever. It's fine. Yeah, let's go. Let's just do it. And you do feel bad for people that obviously aren't as comfortable doing those things. You do feel bad when you see a girl who's nervous and she's stuttering and she isn't really sure of herself. Like I feel very lucky that I'm not affected by nerves in that sense.
I think it was good for a lot of the girls, like as a confidence booster. Like they're a bit nervous at the time, but afterwards they felt great about themselves, and maybe next time they'll move on and do it a lot more easier.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, definitely once you do something once, I think once you do it once, it's fine, and you're going to do it again, and it's just getting to do it once. It's just the anticipation beforehand. So the final itself was absolutely fine. Like, I think it ran quite well. We all went down, walked, it was fine, and obviously it turned out well for me, so I was happy about that.
We were on the night, we were a little bit rushed towards the end for time.
Yeah.
We had to make room for the nightclub goers. So at that moment, when we're just calling out the winners quite quickly, were you surprised?
I was just I didn't really know where to go because there was people here calling me and people there calling me, and then suddenly I won, and that was brilliant. But oh my God, am I really supposed to be standing here? It did all happen very, very suddenly.
It did.
So obviously, this year it's something to reevaluate and, kind of time manage a bit better and whatnot. But it was obviously a shock and everything. But I suppose with everything being so fast paced as well, I kind of went upstairs, changed into my dress and went, oh, I have a crown on and a sash and this is great, and I won. So yeah, it was very nice.
Yeah, and talk to us about jetting off to Punta Cana in the USA, because you only had literally a few days to prepare. Like, I mean, what was going through your mind?
Yeah, like I think I had a week total before I had to go. I'd never been out of Europe before. I'm terrified of flying, so it was all kind of a nerve-wracking week. But yeah, no, it was brilliant. Arriving, we were met by people in like private cars to take us. We were whisked into this big, huge resort, Hard Rock.
So it's all very professional.
All very professional, yeah. Then I got there and I was looking, and there was a few different girls, and you know, obviously all stunning. And then each day, more and more girls kept arriving, and I was really like, wow, you know, what am I doing here? Why am I here?
There would be such a vast difference in girls, like all different cultures, walks of life. How did you all get on together, like with that many
everyone was
different
so
cultures?
nice, and I got the best roommates ever. I had Miss Bikini Destinations LA and then Miss South Africa in my room with me, and I still speak to them every single day. Absolutely love them. Just I got so lucky with those two girls, so we had the best time.
And take us to the night of the final, because I wasn't there myself.
Yeah.
And what was the process like in comparison to over here?
Well, I suppose, I mean, there was a lot more girls. I think there ended up being 70 girls, I believe. So, you know, we were getting up on stage and walking, and we had evening wear as well. So that was different from here. You know, we had swimwear and also evening wear. Yeah, so that was lovely as well. We were going up on the stage, and it was really very, like, we had rehearsals. We had to do a dance and everything. So we had rehearsals for a dance routine. Then we went on.
Did you know about this?
I didn't know about the dance, but, you know, it was fine.
Did you do a little dance?
Yeah, we danced in our matching dresses. It was lovely. So we did that. It was all very well organised, I have to say. Like, fair play to them. They have an amazing event that they run with so many different people over a huge resort, and they do it very, very well. It all comes together. So yeah, it was amazing just being up on stage, and then when they were calling the top 20, I was kind of just at the point where I was going, yeah, this is going to be great, you know, after party. Didn't expect it at all, and then suddenly, Ireland, Rebecca. Oh my God, yeah. And I remember I actually turned to the guys from the Bikini Destination team. I was like, what? You know, like, who voted for me? I had no idea. So walked on then, and of course coming home, I then found out that I placed 9th. So it was just kind of like, you know, I'm still kind of in shock now that anyone wants to take a picture of me. So it was really, it's really a confidence booster, I suppose, when you do that well.
So Rebecca, now that you've been there and done that, do you have any tips for the girls later on this year doing the same competition?
Yeah, I'd say just for both, whether it's the Irish finals or the international finals, I'd say just don't be worrying about anything. Just have a great time, make friends, like, just enjoy yourself, because I think it comes across a lot more if you're not really worrying and stressing out and trying to do things in the correct way, whatever that may be. Just enjoy yourself and talk to people and laugh and just enjoy the experience. I think that's the most important thing.
Rebecca, it's been great talking to you again. Thanks so much for speaking with me. I've just been speaking with Rebecca Hanley, Miss Bikini Ireland.
In first place for 2015 Miss Bikini Ireland is Rebecca Hanley. Congratulations, Rebecca. You are to be crowned Miss Bikini Ireland 2015. Please do not take it, just take the pose first, guys. We're going to announce Julie to Grammy and say a few words, okay? Julie, would you like to take
Many thanks for joining us on this series that has been Miss Bikini Ireland. I've been Cormac Brannigan. Thank you and goodbye.
And I'm Sarah Foster, signing off Miss Bikini Ireland for the last time. I hope you enjoyed watching the series as much as we enjoyed making it. As they say in Ireland, Slán live go léir, which means goodbye to you all.